Alright, part 2.
Early dated by radiometric dating processes, and that's a fact.
Well, it's not. The eruption from the lava of Mauna Loa in Hawaii in 1950 provides an exact historical record, as the eruption date is well documented. Now, geologists then used the potassium-argon radiometric dating method on those rocks to see if the results accurately reflected the rock's age. And when potassium-argon radiometric dating was used on those rocks, the measured age actually matched the eruption date, providing strong validation for the method's reliability.
Oh, I smell another human error.
I've got a lot of sources that can back that up as well.
Which are conveniently missing in this video.
Which are conveniently all creationists.
They're distant stars that are just like our star, but that are at a different point in their life cycle.
Yeah.
He looks so fed up. Do you see this man's face? Do you see this man's face? He looks like he has no will to live.
Distant starlight isn't an issue. The speed of light is not constant. We can't measure a specific rate of how long it takes for light to travel. It can change depending on certain environments.
Where's your evidence for that?
Environmental factors.
Actually, the speed of light in a vacuum, i.e. space, doesn't change.
Nothing works on this acne. Hi. Who? I'm a licensed dermatology provider.
Don't buy into that shit. If you have it, don't buy into that shit. Acne is nothing to worry about for the most part. If you have a particularly big pimple that you don't like, just put some fucking toothpaste on it, put a band-aid over it, go to sleep. It should be noticeably smaller in the morning. You shouldn't, like, you might need to do that for a couple of days, but other than that, it's easy. It's no big deal. Do not buy into the dumbass treatment plans, because you shouldn't be self-conscious about acne. It's just a fact of life. It happens, especially teenagers. Don't worry about it. I know that a lot of the time teenage girls get it a lot more because they use makeup. I have never had any big acne problem, and that's because I don't put anything on my face. Like, yeah, I have a couple pimples here and there, but for the most part, it's nothing. Viewers, you're beautiful the way you are. Don't buy into the bullshit businesses that get paid off of you being insecure. You're perfect the way you are.
The idea of deep time, of this billions of years, explains so much of the world around us. If you try to ignore that, your worldview just becomes crazy. It's just untenable. It's self-inconsistent.
He asserts here that deep time explains so much of the world around us. Deep time explains nothing, because if you look at the universe, everything is winding down. Earth is slowing down in its rotation. The moon is getting farther away from our planet. The sun is burning down. Our solar...
Yes, the moon is getting further away from our planet at a very, very negligible rate.
The system has not existed for millions of years.
Okay, but at the same time, stars are still forming in their billions. Our solar system is still relatively young, and the sun still has billions of years of fuel left.
That is a lie. Deep time does not explain anything.
And I say to the grown-ups, if you want to deny evolution and live in your world that's completely inconsistent with everything we observe in the universe, that's fine. But don't make your kids do it, because we need them. We need scientifically literate voters and taxpayers for the future. We need people that can, we need engineers that can build stuff, solve problems.
Well, that I can agree with.
He agrees we need scientists and engineers. How magnanimous of you, Matt.
We need scientifically literate voters and taxpayers. However, evolution is anti-science propaganda.
Bullshit. Bullshit. I don't know why creationists are so hard-pressed to kick evolution out of science. It's really just stupid, because you can't have any field of science without another. Every field of science interacts with each other to get the results that we have today. You can't just kick one field of science out just because it doesn't align with your worldview. You just can't, because you're actively pushing for people to not be taught about things that you don't agree with. Does that sound selfish to anybody else? Because it sounds incredibly selfish to me to try to put up a block on kids learning about stuff that is scientifically proven just because it doesn't align with your worldview that says that most of these kids should be put to death anyway. Not most of, but a large majority of these kids should be put to death anyway because you think that being gay is an unforgivable sin.
People really think that we're evolving? Just look at the human genome, what's happening. Look at cancer rates, autism rates, everything.
Oh my god, every time they bring that shit up, it pisses me off. Oh my god. Because any professional in those fields will tell you that people are not having these disorders more. It's just that we're better at picking up when they do. No professional, no mental health professional will ever tell you that more people are being autistic because we have more documented cases of people being autistic. And it pisses me the hell off when people ignorant of my own disorder go out of their way to act like they're on my side, to say, oh, I'm trying to stop this from happening, when they're ignorant on the subject and they're just saying hurtful things while being ignorant that they're saying hurtful things. It pisses me the hell off. Matt Powell, you can go fuck yourself with your bullshit propaganda. You can go fuck yourself. I am going to finish this video, but I swear to God, calm down. Calm down. It's not that bad. He's just a fucking moron.
That we don't want, as far as diseases, are increasing worldwide in human populations.
Even if this were true, this does not mean that evolution is not real, does it, Matt?
How does that help the process of evolution to move forward and for us to evolve into stronger organisms? Look at what happened in World War II.
Not how evolution works. Evolution does not make a stronger, better creature over time. That's not what it does. Evolution is the way that creatures adapt to their environments. They're not becoming better, they are becoming more suited to that specific environment, while at the same time, they're also becoming less suited for a different one.
2. You think evolution makes a society better? Makes us more intelligent? The Hitler Youth were being indoctrinated with evolution. And Hitler...
No, they were not. The Nazis were a religious organization. Oh my god. I want to cuss this guy out more, but I want to do it to his face.
Believed in evolution so much that he started to think that the German race was the most evolved. And in Hitler's own words, he said that his goal was to preserve the most valuable racial elements and elevate them to a dominant position. He believed in survival.
While they may have believed in evolution, to bring up the literal worst example of a group and define that group by that worst example is a completely shitty thing to do. You shouldn't define a whole group, a category of people, by the literal worst person in that group. What do you think, how would you feel if I defined all religious people as Nazis? Because the Nazis were religious too. How would you feel if I defined all religious people as Nazis? Fucking piece of shit.
I've of the fittest so much, and in Charlie Darwin's false religion so much.
Did he say Charlie Darwin?
That he murdered millions of people.
That is a massive jump to assume that Hitler did these things because he understood that evolution is a thing. His ideologies mean the same thing even if humans were created. You cannot lay that at evolution's door.
And he allowed the medical establishment, a group of evolutionists, to do experiments on the Jewish people. And they would strap men, women, and children down on tables. And they would inject blue dye into their eyes to try to get them to evolve faster. This really happened. Darwinian...
What? I don't think that's true. That doesn't sound true to me. The Nazis did some really awful experiments. But honestly, if that's true, they had about the same grasp on how evolution actually works as you, Matt Powell. Because they clearly didn't know what the fuck evolution actually did. If that's true.
Evolution is dangerous. It asserts that some of us humans are more evolved than other humans.
No, I think the whole thing tells us that people can be dangerous, not established scientific facts. Dear, oh dear, Matt. Why do you even start on that road? It makes no sense in a scientific discussion. And poor old Bill Nye. Well, that about wraps it up for another Tinfoil Tuesday. We're all done and dusted. Let me know in the
Finally, this is over. I will not be making another video today because that pissed me the hell off.